Hashtag video underscore 18 CC38 underscore lake underscore Natron underscore petrified, KC Omni 5x10s. Style, mystery noir slow burn, cool slate plus ember accent, occult painterly. Language, N. Duration, 50s, 5 scenes x10s, Omni model. Voice, male, mystery noir archivist tone, low and deliberate. Hook underscore formula, weird underscore true underscore claim. Character underscore anchor underscore locked, mysterious figures shown silhouette slash back of head, period accurate clothing, hands and objects as focal points. Setting underscore anchor, liminal mystery locations, foggy roads, archives, crypts, abandoned places, atmospheric props. Color underscore palette, cool slate hashtag 4A5563, deep navy hashtag 1E2A3F, ember orange hashtag E8723C, candlelight gold hashtag C9A661. Topic, CC38 Lake Natron petrified. Source underscore script, CC38 underscore lake underscore Natron underscore petrified underscore script.md. Style, desaturated mystery noir painted concept art, muted cool palette, slight film grain. Language, N. Duration, 40s, 5 scenes x8s, each scene equals 1 VO3 generation. Voice, gender ambiguous, low restrained cadence, mystery noir slow burn. Character underscore anchor underscore locked, the archivist, a solitary figure in weathered field coat, examining preserved specimens with gloved hands, face obscured by shadow and archival dust. Setting underscore anchor, geological present, Lake Natron Basin, East African Rift, Tanzania, salt-crusted shoreline, mineral-stained water, bleached bone fragments, geological survey markers, archive boxes, faded field notes scattered on canvas. Color underscore palette, archive blue hashtag 2C3E50, dust gray hashtag 6C7A89, candle amber hashtag C49A6C, parchment hashtag DCD0B8. Target underscore emotion underscore arc, dread dash fascination dash sorrow dash revelation dash acceptance. Hashtag scene 10-8s, hook 3s plus reveal. VO3 narration, Gue Veo field narration king content. Narrator low, measured, there exists a lake that turns living things to stone. Narrator low, measured, not myth. Not metaphor. Narrator low, measured, Natron. Tanzania. Geological fact. VO3 visual, Gue Veo field, scene description king content. Subject, the archivist, a solitary figure in weathered field coat, examining preserved specimens with gloved hands, face obscured by shadow and archival dust. Action, archivist's gloved hand slowly lifts a petrified bird wing from a canvas-lined box, dust particles catching faint light, fingers trembling slightly. Camera, extreme close-up on hands and specimen, slow push-in over 6S, then pull back to reveal archivist's silhouette against salt-white horizon at 7-8S. Setting, geological present, Lake Natron Basin, East African Rift, Tanzania, salt-crusted shoreline, mineral-stained water, bleached bone fragments, geological survey markers, archive boxes, faded field notes scattered on canvas. Lighting, archive blue hashtag 2C3E50 underlay, dust gray hashtag 6C7A89 rim light on specimen, candle amber hashtag C49A6C single source from left, film grain heavy, desaturated except specimen's faint ochre. Audio, low drone pad, cello, sustained, subtle mineral scrape SFX as hand lifts specimen, whisper of wind across salt flats, voice intimate and close-mic'd. Style, desaturated mystery noir painted concept art, muted cool palette, slight film grain, vertical 916, no text on screen, no captions, no watermark, no logo. End frame anchor asterisk archivist silhouette holding specimen aloft, backlit by pale natron horizon. Next scene start anchor asterisk archivist's hand lowering specimen, transitioning to field survey documentation. Reference image asterisk scene underscore 01 underscore CC38 underscore lake underscore natron underscore petrified.jpg. Hashtag Scene 2, 8-16s, Fact 1 plus Dialogue. VO3 Narration asterisk. Narrator low, measured. Photographer Nick Brandt documented this in 2012. Calcified flamingos. Cormorants. Stillborn. Archivist inner voice, whispered, the lake preserves what it takes. Narrator low, measured. Natron's pH reaches 10.5. Sodium carbonate. Soda ash. A chemical tomb. VO3 visual asterisk. Subject, the archivist, a solitary figure in weathered field coat, examining preserved specimens with gloved hands, face obscured by shadow and archival dust. Secondary, faded photograph of Nick Brandt's documentation visible on canvas. Action, archivist spreads archival photographs across canvas surface, fingers tracing the edges of petrified bird forms in the images, then closes eyes as if absorbing the weight of the record. Camera, medium shot from side angle, slow lateral pan across photographs, fours hold on archivist's face in profile, then tilt down to hands on images. Setting, geological present, Lake Natron Basin, East African Rift, Tanzania, archive tent interior, canvas table, survey maps, specimen boxes, faded field notes, mineral samples in glass vials. Lighting, archive blue hashtag 2C3E50 dominant, dust gray hashtag 6C7A89 shadows deepening, candle amber hashtag C49A6C from oil lamp on table edge, film grain consistent, slight vignette. Audio, cello drone continues, subtle paper rustle as photographs shift, archivist's whispered inner voice layered beneath narrator, distant wind outside tent. Style, desaturated mystery noir painted concept art, muted cool palette, slight film grain, vertical 9:16, no text on screen, no captions. End frame anchor asterisk archivist's hand resting on photograph of petrified bird, eyes closed. Next scene start anchor asterisk archivist's eyes opening, gaze shifting toward window showing salt white lake. Reference image asterisk scene underscore 02 underscore CC38 underscore lake underscore natron underscore petrified.jpg. Hashtag scene 3, 16-24s, fact 2 plus emotional turn. VO3 narration asterisk. Narrator low, measured, the lake's alkalinity strips flesh. Dissolves soft tissue. Leaves only mineral casts. Archivist inner voice, hollow, they came to drink. They stayed as monuments. Narrator low, measured, death becomes preservation. Suffering becomes record. VO3 visual asterisk. Subject, the archivist, a solitary figure in weathered field coat, examining preserved specimens with gloved hands, face obscured by shadow and archival dust. Action, archivist stands at canvas table, removes gloves slowly, places palms flat on archival photographs, shoulders tensing, then turns away toward window overlooking the lake basin. Camera, wide shot from behind archivist, slow dolly backward over fives, then hold as figure becomes smaller against archive tent interior, window framing pale natron landscape. Setting, geological present, Lake Natron Basin, East African Rift, Tanzania, archive tent, canvas table with specimens and photographs, window revealing salt white shoreline, geological survey equipment in background, specimen boxes stacked. Lighting, archive blue hashtag 2C3E50 deepens, dust gray hashtag 6C7A89 shadows pool around archivist, candle amber hashtag C49A6C fades, window light pale and cold, film grain increases, slight desaturation shift toward blue-gray. Audio, cello drone intensifies, lower register, subtle mineral resonance added, archivist's inner voice echoes slightly, wind sound swells outside, music tempo slows. Style, desaturated mystery noir painted concept art, muted cool palette, slight film grain, vertical 9:16, no text on screen, no captions. End frame anchor asterisk archivist silhouette at window, framed by pale natron landscape beyond. Next scene start anchor asterisk archivist's hand pressing against window glass, breath fogging the pane. Reference image asterisk scene underscore 03 underscore CC 38 underscore lake underscore natron underscore petrified dot JPG. Hashtag scene 4, 24-32s, twist/reveal. VO3 narration asterisk. Narrator low, measured, but the lake does not kill. It preserves. Geological surveys confirm, natron's chemistry arrests decay. Archivist inner voice, realization, not a tomb. An archive. Narrator low, measured, every petrified form is a perfect record. Untouched by time's corruption. VO3 visual asterisk. Subject, the archivist, a solitary figure in weathered field coat, examining preserved specimens with gloved hands, face obscured by shadow and archival dust. Action, archivist's breath fogs window, hand traces a shape in the condensation, the outline of a bird, then pulls hand back, realization crossing posture. Turns back to specimens with new reverence. Camera, close-up on window and hand, threes hold, then cut to medium shot as archivist returns to table, slow approach over fours, camera tilts up to catch archivist's face emerging from shadow. Setting, geological present, Lake Natron Basin, East African Rift, Tanzania, archive tent, canvas table, specimens now illuminated differently, geological survey charts visible on tent wall, window showing natron's mineral-stained water. Lighting, archive blue hashtag 2C3E50 shifts toward parchment hashtag DCD0B8 warmth, dust gray hashtag 6C7A89 recedes, candle amber hashtag C49A6C returns stronger, film grain softens slightly, light becomes almost reverent. Audio, cello drone resolves upward, subtle harmonic shift, mineral resonance becomes almost musical, archivist's inner voice carries wonder now, wind sound becomes almost ceremonial, music builds toward climax. Style, desaturated mystery noir painted concept art, muted cool palette, slight film grain, vertical 916, no text on screen, no captions. End frame anchor asterisk archivist's face emerging from shadow, eyes reflecting candlelight, hand hovering over specimen. Next scene start anchor asterisk archivist's hand gently touching petrified bird form, reverent gesture. Reference image asterisk scene underscore 04 underscore CC 38 underscore lake underscore natron underscore petrified dot JPG. Hashtag scene 5, 32-40s, payoff plus CTA. VO3 narration asterisk. Narrator low, measured, Lake Natron does not curse. It witnesses. It documents. It remembers. Narrator low, measured, every petrified form is a confession written in mineral and time. Narrator CTA, measured, the archive awaits. Come witness. VO3 visual asterisk. Subject, the archivist, a solitary figure in weathered field coat, examining preserved specimens with gloved hands, face obscured by shadow and archival dust. Final pose, standing at canvas table, hands folded over specimen box, gaze directed toward window. Action, archivist closes specimen box with deliberate care, places both hands on lid, bows head slightly in acknowledgement, then looks toward window where natron's pale horizon glows. Holds final pose. Camera, wide shot from front left angle, slow push in over 6S until medium shot, then hold on archivist's silhouette against window light for final twos. Setting, geological present, Lake Natron Basin, East African Rift, Tanzania, archive tent, canvas table with closed specimen box, window framing natron's mineral white shoreline, geological survey equipment visible but softened, archive boxes stacked in background. Lighting, archive blue hashtag 2C3E50 and parchment hashtag DCD0B8 balanced, dust gray hashtag 6C7A89 as accent, candle amber hashtag C49A6C warm on archivist's hands and face, film grain consistent, window light becomes primary, almost ethereal. Audio, cello drone resolves to final sustained note, mineral resonance fades, wind sound becomes whisper, subtle archive ambience, paper, dust settling, voice intimate and close, music fades to silence over final twos. Style, Desaturated Mystery Noir painted concept art, muted cool palette, slight film grain, vertical 916, no text on screen, no captions. End frame anchor * archivist silhouette at window, hands resting on specimen box, Natron's pale horizon glowing beyond glass. Reference image * scene _05 _cc38 _lake _ natron _ petrified.jpg